In this module, you will learn about the difference between an entrepreneur and an employee. Introduction. Individuals need time, energy, attitude, and finance in setting up a career of their own. Taking a career similar to parents is common, but very few people work to solve the societal problems. With the change in time and calendar, India is now witnessing the rise of young entrepreneurs. Not all can take up entrepreneurship. Those class of people choose to serve for someone else's idea. They are the service class people who take up employment as a profession. In a broader sight, an entrepreneur is someone who owns the enterprise, and an employee is one who is in the service of the enterprise, and both work towards the vision of the enterprise. Let us now see the basic differences between an entrepreneur and an employee. Motive. An entrepreneur's idea is to set up an enterprise. An entrepreneur's motive behind an enterprise is to satisfy his or her personal needs, whereas an employee's job is to render service in the existing enterprise. Status. An entrepreneur owns the enterprise, whereas an employee is a worker in the enterprise. Risk-bearing. An entrepreneur bears all the unforeseen complications and risks on his or her shoulders. He or she is completely involved in the management of the enterprise. An employee, on the other hand, does not bear risks and spends only a few hours in the enterprise. He or she does not spend time in the management. His or her only concern is losing his or her job without any compensation. Rewards. The profit gained from the venture is a reward for an entrepreneur. It may be the regular profit in business or an uncertain but heavy profit. An employee only gets a fixed amount as salary. In addition to that, some bonus is offered on certain occasions. Innovations. Innovation is the job of an entrepreneur. The entrepreneur is in charge of meeting the customer needs and minding new means to meet their demand. The job of an employee is to implement the plans. An employee only meets the target of the project. Qualification. More than a degree, an entrepreneur should possess abilities and qualities. Qualities like high thinking capability, risk-taking ability, and far-sightedness. Whereas an employee needs various qualifications like CA or MCom for an accountant post. A manager may have a master's degree in marketing or finance or human resource. In this module, you have learned an entrepreneur's motive behind an enterprise is to satisfy his or her personal needs, whereas an employee's job is to render service in the existing enterprise. In a broader sight, an entrepreneur is someone who owns the enterprise, and an employee is one who is in the service of the enterprise, and both work towards the vision of the enterprise. An entrepreneur and employee differ in following aspects: motive, status, risk-bearing, rewards, innovations, qualification.